All right. All right. Hey everybody, what's up? So I just uploaded the my first my reaction to the first Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City trailer movie, and all of a sudden I get comments and people are messaging me like, "Did you see the second trailer? Did you see the second trailer?" I'm like, "There's a second trailer? What, really?" And I thought it was fake. I thought they were just pulling my leg. And it turns out there is a second trailer for the upcoming Resident Evil movie, and I'm just like, "What?" So I am very curious to see what the second trailer has. I'm very, very curious. If you guys haven't seen my first my video of my reaction to the first trailer of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, I'll leave the description below and go check it out before you watch this one. But or if you want, you can just skip and watch this one and then watch it later, whatever. But I watched the first trailer and I thought it was really good. I thought I was like I said in the video, I'm really impressed of how they made it look. I just hope for the best for this film. I hope it does good in the theaters. I hope it, you know, becomes a big hit. One thing I will mention. Well, you know what? Let's talk about that. Let's just watch the trailer. So before we get started, one more thing. I'm taking a big, huge risk watching this trailer because I don't like watching at least two or three trailers. You know how some movies they always have like at least three trailers. I always watch the first one. If it's a one movie that I'm really really interested in watching, I won't watch the other trailers. But this second trailer, I haven't seen it yet. I'm about to see it. This will be my first time watching it. I don't know what they're going to show. I feel like if I watch this, what if they're already revealing to you? What if you're already watching the whole movie? What I mean is like, you know, sometimes in trailers they reveal too much, and then when you go watch the movie, it's like, oh, was they already showed that part in the trailer, so what else? So I really don't do that. I felt like the first trailer is enough to get me interested in watching it. Right? I'm gonna go watch it either way, but really, really interested because I was really impressed with the first trailer. I like the song that they put, by the way. And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, whatever. Um, so I was debating, should I watch it? Should I watch it? But you know what? I'll watch it. I'll watch it because the first trailer was good. What the hell? And I guess when I see the movie, I guess when I make the review about the movie, I can let you guys know, like, the trailer revealed too much. I don't think it was a good idea for them to release two trailers. I don't know why. Hopefully the second trailer won't reveal too much, but let's see what it's got. So here we go. You doing that hitchhiking on a night like this, eh? Used to live here, he said. Raccoon City. Better you than me. Watch out! The darkness is coming. Oh! Sorry, I had to rewind it a little bit. What's with the siren? We need to go now. Lock the gates. Claire, why are you back here? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Honey, we need to go now. Pay attention, pay attention. Lock the gates. Claire, why are you back here? This whole town's been poisoned. Hello! Hello! Wait a minute, I'm sorry, I keep rewinding and I'm like, William Birkin has a daughter. Hello? Sherry Birkin! We need to go now. Sherry Birkin! Lock the gates. Claire, why are you back here? This whole town's been poisoned. If we don't contain this, it could threaten the whole world. Shall we go? Come on. Oh, that's a nice. What were your brothers doing? They were experimenting on him. This is my life's work. I'm not giving it to anybody. This is Chief Irons. Pick up your damn radio. Chief Irons. Rewind that again. Rewind that again. What was that? This is my life's work. I'm not giving it to anybody. So is Chief Irons a good guy in this movie or what? Vickers, this is Chief Irons. Vickers. Pick up your damn radio. Witness the origin Umbrella's gonna destroy this place of evil. I really want to get out of this town. Okay, that wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. They didn't. I felt like they didn't reveal too much. It's almost kind of like, I mean, they did reveal a lot more of Chief Irons. I don't know if he's supposed to be a good guy in this one or not, but I guess we have to wait and see. By the way, hold on. Let me just play a little bit of Resident Evil here in the background. There you go. Some Code Veronica. By the way, in my first video, I was listening to some Resident Evil music in the background, some remixes, and this is another one that I recommend to you guys in case you're interested. Check it out. The title of this video, and you can find it on YouTube. It's called Resident Evil Code Veronica X Save Theme Remix: A Moment of Relief, and it's by C. Elegi, I think that's how you say it. C. Elegi. It's a very nice remix. Those of you who are Resident Evil Code Veronica lovers out there, check this remix out. I think the person who created this remix is terrific. But anyways, back to the trailer. Which trailer is my favorite? They're both equally my favorite. I've heard my friends were telling me like they prefer their second. But I don't know. I also like the first one because of the song that they put. I thought it was very creative. And this one is also pretty good because it shows you a lot more, especially when they showed you a little bit more scenes of the mansion where Chris and Jill and Wesker are going to go explore. By the way, now I'm questioning too, like, what's up with this Wesker character in this film? Is he, you know, those of us who are Resident Evil fans and play the games, you know, is he, you know, trying to trick us? You know, is he supposed to be good or does he become bad? Who knows? Maybe he does become bad. Maybe he was a good guy and then later on he becomes bad. Who knows? So, by the way, guys, so let's talk about some things that I forgot to mention in the first video of my first reaction to. Actually, let's go rewind this. My first reactions to the Resident Evil trailer. That first trailer, by the way, the reason why I like that one a lot more, I feel like I'm leaning towards the first one. The reason why I like it a lot more is because it has so many Easter eggs. So after I watched it the first time and recorded my reaction and shared it with you guys, I watched it over and over again just to look carefully at the details. And boy, does it have very good details. For example, I totally missed that little short, quick scene when it looks like Claire and Leon are like in the basement or in a secret room, and Claire plays the projector. And when the video is playing, I noticed something, and I'm like, why does it look like that there's two kids in that video? And then I paused it. It was very hard. I tried so many times pausing it at that right moment. I got goosebumps, and that, damn it, that got me so excited. And you see, and that's what I'm talking about. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a bit. It's something that I mentioned in the first video. But anyways, when I saw those two little kids and what they were wearing, I'm like, immediately it just gave me a light bulb and it gave me flashbacks that like, is that supposed to be Alexia and Alfred Ashford? And then sure enough, when whoever removes that file, that folder or whatever, that file on top of the book that says Umbrella something, on top of that file, it said Ashford twins. I'm like, what? that game, I love Resident Evil Code Veronica. That's why I was freaking out. I was freaking out because I love Resident Evil Code Veronica, and that just gave me immediately. I started thinking like, you know what? I really do hope this film becomes a success. I hope it does good. It looks promising, but we have to wait and see. I mean, the trailers, make it look good, but sometimes when we go see the movie, it's like, ugh. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe we could be wrong. Maybe it'll turn out to be great. But anyways, I hope for the best because if it turns out to be a success, I can't help but to wonder what the second film would be. Would it be based on Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City Part 2 and it would take place with Jill Valentine? Maybe? Or will it be based on Code Veronica? Because they're already giving us Easter eggs of the Ashford family, the Alexia and Alfred. And then what are they trying to tell us? That William Birkin is their father? He did experiments on them? Who knows? I don't know what they're. It could be different because, I'm glad that it seems like they're making the story a little bit different. There are so many elements in these trailers that represent the games that immediately are like, oh, I know that part, I know that part, I know that part, and all that good stuff. Now, let me get back to what I was talking about, what I mentioned in the first video. Um, for those of you who didn't understand, I know that whenever they make video games into a movie and they give us like these scenes that's so much like the way it is in the video games. For example, the scene where you see the zombie eating the corpse and then he turns around and he does that iconic scene from the first video game, Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil the remake. We all know that, and I'm pretty sure, oh, that gave us goosebumps and it gets us excited. And then we see the truck driver, that he runs over that lady. That's just like it the way it is in the game. The mansion looks like the way it does in the game. There's so many stuff that reminds us of like the game. It looks so much like the way it does in the game, which I'm pretty sure it excites us all because, oh my God, look at that. But let's not let that hype us up too much. Sure, they're giving us like what we want. Like, oh, here, have a plate of have a plate of cookies or brownies. Here, have that, and it's so good. We love it, right? Because it's what we want and stuff like that. Probably a bad example. But then after we taste it, after we have it, we end up not liking the way it tastes. We not end up not liking the way it is after all. You know what I mean? They can give us all these nice Easter eggs and all nice stuff that reminds us of the video game. But like I said, we have to wait and see how this movie delivers. I just hope for the best. I hope it does a great job. But I just hope it's not also a disappointment. Like it'll be such a waste to give us all these wonderful um memories or scenes that remind us of the video games and then it's just a waste. Let's because basically what are they doing? What's the word? Something fan service, right? Is that what they call it? That they're giving the people fan service, but it's like that's great and all, but at the same time I want you to give me a good Resident Evil story. Sure, use elements from the video games, change it up a bit because I really do want something different that's a little different from the story video games, kind of like what Marvel's doing. I know they made some changes with some of the storylines, but if they still make it work, you know what I mean? The story still goes along with like what's supposed to happen from the comic books. So in the movie, I hope that, the story is a little bit different because from the trailer it does look different. It seems like because what I thought it was going to be about is based on Resident Evil 2, the game, but then when Leon and Claire are doing an investigation at the police station, they start reading these old documents that was written by Jill and Chris Redfield about their mission at the mansion, and then then we go have a flashback, and then all of a sudden the movie's based is really this movie is really based about the events that happened in the first video game. You know what I mean? And at the very end, we go back with Leon and Claire, and then it just ends, and then that just leaves room for part two about now it takes place about with Leon and Claire trying to survive this. But it seems like they really are trying to fit both films into one. So I really do hope it's not rushed. I really do hope they have time for everything. They have a lot of characters in there. Sherry Birkin, Chief Irons, Claire, the main characters that we all love, Albert Wesker. I just really hope they have enough time to give each of these characters a moment to shine. Because, like, for example, I'm thinking right now, Albert Wesker, and now the Ashford twins, and now they're putting the Ashford twins, but I don't think they need that much screen time, to be honest. Their story can be told in the future films if this film becomes a success and they decide to make a sequel, which I hope it's called Veronica. Anyways, Albert Wesker, I hope they give us time to learn who this guy is, see what's his motive, and then when the time comes, if it happens, sorry, spoilers, people who are not familiar with the movies or the video games. If he does happen to do that one part, those of you guys who play the video games, you know what I'm talking about. How does his character transform to the character he becomes later on, the way it happens in the video games? Will they have time to explain that story, or will that be like thrown to the side? Because it seems like the story is mostly about Claire Redfield's eyes, her perspective, and also along with her brother. Because think about it, it kind of makes sense because in the first game you have Chris Redfield and you play as him and you see his perspective of what happened in the mansion incident. And now you play, and then in the second game you play Claire Redfield, her brother, I mean his sister, and you see in her perspective. So it makes sense to make it about, let's follow the Redfield siblings, their story of like what's going on in this town. It seems like okay, so it seems like in this movie it's about Claire coming back into town right in the middle of an outbreak. These people are infected. They're turning into zombies or the undead or just vicious cannibals feeding on the flesh of living human beings. And Chris, answers the door and he's like, Chris, why didn't you come? I mean, Claire, why didn't you come back? You shouldn't be here. All these talks. It seems like he's trying to do, from what I think, from what I'm getting, he's doing his part as a big brother to protect her. Like, you need to get the hell out of here now. Telling her like, your theories about what you thought about this place isn't happening. So just go home, get away from here. He's trying to push her away so that way he can save her. But at the same time, she's like, no, I know what's going on. We need to save this place. We need to save our home. We need to stop this infection from spreading because it could go around the world. So it seems like it's going to take place. Like she'll go to the police station while Chris Redfield goes back to the mansion. I don't know. Or he goes to the mansion for the first time. I don't know, to get some evidence because they need, like they said, they need proof to expose Umbrella for all this crazy shit that they've been doing. But we'll see what happens. We'll see. That's how I'm taking it so far. But who knows? Maybe when we watch the movie, the story will be completely different. And I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. Um, and I think that's all I got to say. But yes, like I said about the first trailer, I go watch it and like pause at every moment, put it in slow motion if you have to, and you're gonna see so many Easter eggs, so many stuff that like you can't help but to feel appreciated. And I did. I felt appreciated when they put the Ashford twins, the Ashford video. I mean, there's a lot of like good stuff, but at the same time, are they giving us fan service? They're giving us like, oh, let's give the fans, the people who play the video games what they want. Let's give them this because once they see this scene that it's from the video games, ooh, that's gonna get their attention, and then we're gonna get their money. And then when they see the movie that it turns out to be trash, well, boom, it's too late. We already got their money. You know what I mean? I hope that's not the case, but who knows? Uh, it might turn out to be great. It might turn out to be great. Hold on, can we see that trailer again? Let me just watch it one more time so I could. Hey, no, 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 no. Hold on, let me watch it one more time because I want to see some of the stuff that was there. I'm so sorry. As you can see, I like to talk a lot about. There we go. I like to talk about this kind of stuff because I love Resident Evil. September 30th, 1998. Ugh, too bad about his dog. Pretty sure he becomes a zombie when he licks that blood. It's contagious, man. Zombies, I gotta say, look pretty good. And then the siren is like, okay, why are you giving us Silent Hill vibes? The darkness is coming. Oh, and then look at that. I like that. I like how that's another thing I paused in the first trailer, and you could also pause it here in the second trailer. Also, in case you're interested in watching the second trailer, I'll leave the link. I'll leave the link down below so you guys could watch it in case you want to. I think it doesn't show too much, so you're free to give it a shot. But I was saying when you pause it and you take a look at the that scenery of Raccoon City, you can see the police station, which is really cool, really nice. William Birkin. Take a look at the police station. You see, like That's nice. You're making it look like the way it does in the game a lot, and that's nice work. Nice work. But make it work. Give us a good story. Give us a good, really good, scary story that's gonna like really like impress us and be like, you know what? Great job. Great job. You got us worried and had some doubts, and we were like, but you made it work, director. So if you can make it work, shows your creativity. Chief Irons. You see, Claire, why you're back here? It's like, psh. It's a cool shot. Can I see the police station? That's a cool shot. And I never. Let me take a look at the police station. That's not, guys. I think they made an exact replica of the police station, like the way it does in the way it looks in the video game. Nice work, but come on, stop it. You're impressing me too much. Stop. The mansion, the Spencer mansion, looks really neat. Right there, that shot when Chris Redfield and who's that? Vickers or Richard? Not sure who that is, but they're on their way up the stairs, and that's a nice scene. Oh, I want to go there. I want to go to that scene and take pictures. Oh, I wish I could be there. Very nice. Very nice. I hope it's good. Look, Annette Birkin. Annette Birkin. I'm pretty sure that was her. Or also Lisa Trevor. That's another thing. I hope they have enough time to give us a good tragic story about Lisa Trevor. You see, like they have so many characters that they had to introduce us to, especially to people who are going to watch this movie for the first time and know nothing about Resident Evil. I hope they have enough time to give us a good story about Lisa Trevor because her story in the game is very tragic, and I hope they do justice. I hope they do a good job of bringing her to the big screen and giving a good story about her too. They have so much. They have so much to do. They have so much to do. You have you have some shoes to fill. That liquor scene right there looks pretty good. I remember I had said some iffy stuff about the how the CGI looks kind of iffy, but that I will say that looks pretty good. William Birkin. I think that was too soon. I think look, that's okay. So now I'm a little concerned. I mean, I'm impressed at the same time, like I said, but at the same time, I'm concerned. I think them revealing William Birkin's monster form was too soon, and I think they shouldn't have revealed it. I think they should have kept that. Now I'm concerned. You see, I'm telling you guys, they can give us all this stuff. They can feed us all this stuff, these Easter eggs and everything that would give us goosebumps and be like, I'm so excited. But when we go see the movie, it's like we practically just watched the whole movie in those trailers that we saw. So I honestly think, in my opinion, they should have kept his monster off the trailer. They shouldn't have shown him in the trailer. They should have just waited until we go see him in the big screen at the movies. I think that's revealing too much. I think that's trying too hard to impress us to be like, oh, this will for sure get them to come to the movies and so we can get some money. Because, these are desperate times for movies that go on in theaters. Since this movie's going to be exclusively only in theaters, you know, good luck to them because I know they're going to need some money during this pandemic that we're still going through. So I don't know. I don't know. Now watching this again, it's like, I don't know. I hope they don't reveal too much. So it's up to you guys. I'm gonna leave it up to you. Should you watch the video? Should you watch the trailers? I think you should. No, maybe. And if you really are curious to watching it, go for it. Go for it. But now I'm thinking maybe you shouldn't watch these trailers. I think you should just at least watch the first trailer. Don't watch the second one because I feel like maybe I've seen too much. But then again, they show William Birkin's monster in the first trailer, so I don't know. I don't know. But let's just hope for the best, right? Let's just be positive and just hope for the best, and we'll wait and see. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening to me chit chat, geek out about this upcoming movie. I'm gonna go see it. What was your favorite part? If some of you have already seen the second trailer, what was your favorite part from the trailer? Do you think they revealed too much? Now that I'm watching it, do you think they revealed too much? Where it's like, do you hope they don't? They can still give us new exciting things to look at in the when we go watch it in the theater, or do you think this is a desperate move on them to show us so much to get us to go watch it and pay for it? Desperate times. I'm telling you, these are desperate times for them to needing money. So I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys once again. I hope you guys stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time in another video of my reaction video to another movie trailer. I'm not sure which one yet, or one of my other videos of my gameplays of Paper Mario, Resident Evil, and such. The Evil Within. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and thank you so much once again. Laters.